Hello YouTube, this is ToFuSmurF here, bringing you a video primarily based on the Tortoise. Was just going to do a video of replays, but I noticed I had a lot of Tortoise replays saved, so I decided to make a Tortoise video. Anyway, again, okay, so this is the Tortoise. It's got a huge health pool of 2,000. It's quote-unquote armored. Just don't count on your armor doing any good for you. It will bounce occasionally, but that's really more based on the fact that people don't know where to aim on it. Otherwise, this thing has so many glaring weak points from the front that I wouldn't count on it bouncing anything. That's not to say play it less aggressively. I play it very aggressively, but I play aggressively knowing that I have huge health pool and that pubs are dumb, like this M103. I'm pretty sure the only damage I took this game was from a friendly M103. I have no clue what he was shooting at there. But he is a very, very bad player. So, you know, whatever. Taking some blind shots here and there with some lights that I get from the forest. As you'll notice, I have Lieutenant Carter from Team Nerve from WGLNA on my team. Cool guy. Run into him quite a bit on accident, really. I've never actually spoken with him outside of, like, you know, when we meet in pubs. I think it's just because we play at the same times, you know, and on the same server. As I primarily play on the west server late at night, or east server during the afternoon. Mainly because I'm already there for Clan Wars or getting ready for Clan Wars, so I don't want to keep switching over. In this replay, I play more as a sniper, which this thing is great at. It's got the Conqueror's gun, you know, but I think it reloads a little faster and is a little more accurate than when it's mounted on the Conqueror, you know, per usual TD. Otherwise, this thing has a great pen, great accuracy, and great rate of fire. I think this reloads less than 8 seconds. And the damage is pretty good considering you're firing every like 7.8 seconds. It's just fantastic. I mean, I've only hit 5 times that I know of. I probably hit him once, that 54 once when I blind fired, and I'm sitting on, you know, 1,800, if not more, damage. Again, I'm just sniping here because I believe Carter is just trying to scout forest for me while I take the shots. I don't know how I bounced the side of a 54 with stock turret. I don't think that was an actual bounce. I think it was one of those, hey, we bounced when we actually did critical damage kind of things. But whatever. This is probably one of my least aggressive battles in Tortoise. Even though I know it has so many weak points and basically plays like it has no armor. You know, therefore people generally like sit in the back, take shots with it or whatever. I generally like to push in this thing. This thing's not fair. It's got great rate of fire, great DPM, and a fantastic traverse. The traverse is so wide that it's very hard to get actually circled by a medium or light tank if you kind of know what's coming at you and how to deal with it, because you don't have to turn that much to shoot something to your right or to your left. So you generally always have shots on something, and it's very hard. So, never mind, I lied about the damage thing. But again, I'm just pushing here. This is how I normally play this tank, where you just drive and put shots into shit over and over and over again. The rate of fire lends itself for it. Most tier 9s, you're getting your second shot off before they can get their second shot off, and I just use that, you know, to my advantage. Again, I've only fired 11 times, sitting at just under 4,000. I'm probably over 4,000 because that 54. So we're looking at 4.3-ish damage right now. That's really good. I mean, this rate of fire is just fantastic for killing things. You know, and with the Traverse, I don't have to keep repositioning to get shots. Like, say, let's see other tier 9 TDs, like the JT. I have the JT right now. It's not that great of a Traverse for its firing cone. This thing just has such a wide traverse that you don't have to worry so much. You don't have to not worry. You don't have to keep relocating to get your shots off. Blind fire there, taking habits from Huey, ruining my rate of fire. I mean, rate of fire. Fucking, what am I saying? Rating, my accuracy. Again, with all these juicy targets, this is just free damage. Although being tracked here, I really wish I killed that T-25 for just metal reasons. This thing isn't fast, but it's not slow in comparison to, say, the T-95. This thing is much faster than 95, but it's all relative. It's fast, it's got great rate of fire, great pen, great accuracy, good arm. The armor value is fine, it's just the weak spots, but if you're looking at just armor value alone, it's got great armor. It's kind of an unbalanced tier 9 TD, if you ask me. Yeah, it's not doing high alpha, right, but it's doing so much damage so fast that it's not really an issue. This proto wasn't going to be that much of a problem. I kind of play it dumb there. The moment he got on the other side of the building, I should have started going left anyway, but it's all good. Sitting at 6.7 or 8 K damage right now. And with 2 more enemies left, this game is pretty much clean up. Again, this thing, a lot of people will tell you to play Sniper, you know, because it's weak points. That was a pretty good lucky shot. Because of its clearing weak points and all that, and that's slow and blah blah blah. As you will see, maybe not so much in this replay, but in the upcoming replays, I prefer to play this thing super aggressive, and I think you should too, if you know what you're doing. So I believe the final tally for this replay actually was 7.8 thousand damage and 1400 base XP. I got Top Gun, Confederate, and Sniper out of this, so 7 kills plus a Confederate, that's 13 enemies damaged. I'll take it. Now let's move on. So this battle and the next battle are kind of more how I prefer to play it. I like to be in kind of near the front of the charge in this thing, just trying to get that damage out, and it's worked out for me. I've played over 100 games in this thing, averaging over, I think, almost 1200 XP per game in this thing, with a 63% win ratio. I had to double check, but and I play a lot of solo in this thing. I'll platoon every now and then with, you know, my brother and, you know, maybe Huey, some friends, you know, whatever, but mostly solo, and it's fantastic, you know. Yeah, I don't even think the speed is that much of a problem because you have such a large health pool to play with, and your damage output is fantastic. You really, you know, RNG willing, right? If you're placing your shots well, you really shouldn't be bouncing. Although it'll happen. I mean, you know, it is RNG, and then some people that you're facing that know how to angle, and maybe if you're fighting like an E3 or, you know, whatever. But outliers aside, or very specific situations aside, if you know where you're putting your shots, how to play with your health, how to play with your tank, and all that, you will be getting easy damage. I think I average close to 3,000 in this thing a game. It's fantastic. Actually, I should have actually checked what the final damage output in this game was. I forget. It's my bad. If anything, I did put up this replay on whatreplays.com, as I do with most of my high damage in-game replays, or, you know, like worthy replays. I'll put up on whatreplays.com. Just have to search my username ToFuSmurF. I'll probably put a link in the description. You can look up some games. I've been pondering doing a Crusader SP video, but I know people don't really like watching arty replays, but I think the endings for each of those games are fantastic, so maybe I'll try to do a video with just a compilation of all the endings. But we'll see. I'm not very good at video editing, because if I do that, that's like 4 or 5 replays that I would take, and I would want to put like music to it or something, just so, because I mean there isn't much for me to say in them, because the context of the clip will be out of place. I don't know where that shot went. That went under. That was an RNG miss. But yeah, you know, the Crusader replay, I kind of want to put music on it, because, you know, if I'm skipping to just the endings or, you know, the good moments of the matches, it's hard to comment about it because there's lack of context. Anyway, I managed to flank this E4, this super person, set him on fire, finish him off, easy peasy. I took a little too much damage from that T28. I mean, but the T28 is a good TD. Decided to get a shot of opportunity here, and he got set on fire by a teammate, so whatever. If I hadn't have missed that first shot, I probably would have taken one less hit. Here I am on the 50-41. He pens the first shot, bounces the second shot. The first shot hit my cupola. The second shot hit more of the center of the tank, which is not a good place to be shooting, so there's another dead tank. I thought about dealing with this PZ, but if he's smart, he'll just keep hiding and whatnot. But I just decided, you know what, he's not going to do too much damage to me. I'll take it. That 34 got focused out. Finished with the 95. Trying to deal with the PZ, but I don't think I have the shots for it. Like, see right there, it's not even highlighting his tank, so it's not even a part of it. I think about heading towards their base. I don't have the speed for it, so I might as well defend our base. So here I am relocating to our base, because as you can see on the mini-map, you know, our north is lost. Now, what's annoying about pubs is that the north just lost, yet everyone's driving away from base. It makes no sense to me. I maintain that a lot of the pub players have a lack of critical thinking ability. You can blame RNG and Matchmaker all you want for your losses, but when you hit, you know, several thousand games or so, like most of these guys have, I mean, minus the PZ, you know, 4S, everyone's got at least 6,000 games, and I didn't start learning everything until about the 6,000 game mark too. But look at these 9,000, 10,000, 17,000, 11,000 on their team. You know, we have our team is probably less experienced, but you can only blame RNG and Matchmaker for some of your losses, your percentages and whatnot. It's the lack of thinking ability that kind of does it. And yeah, look, my team is trying to pincer their team. If their team was smarter, they would come at our cap full force, but they didn't. So, you know, I think a lack of intelligence on their team's part paid off for my team. Set the KV-13 on fire. Now, had they come full force on me, they probably could have surrounded me and I could have been dead. And then who knows what could have happened from there. So that's what I mean. My team, you know, lucked out on their decided move. Not too worried about this Tiger. See, I move in and then reverse to the right so that the STI has less of a shot. I'm a really tall tank. My cupolas are all really high weak points, and so I wanted to change the level of elevation of the fight, or at least I could stay at this elevation but move further right so he has no shot at it. So again, it's just me versus 3 tanks, and luckily they pushed at me one at a time. That one was eaten up by his tracks. This is one of those players I said doesn't know the weak spots, so I could punish him. you know, is tracking me again. I finally use my repair kit. He's thinking about circling me. Not gonna happen. He's still not damaging my tank because he doesn't know where to aim. And he finally pens. And my team's gonna cap out. But here I am at, again, another 7.8k damage game, rounding up. 7 kills, another top gun. Again, a little more aggressive this time. I push the south, push the center, push the cap. It's how I want to play this game, this tank. Just want to get in someone's face. So, and you'll see that in the last replay, which I actually platooned with. So let's take a look at that. Here we are on Cliff with LeGuin, my brother, and Huey. This one, so the decision we made here is that me and my brother, we wanted to push around the lighthouse and down the 9 line. There's no arty to speak of, so it's pretty safe to transition over there. The only risk is being maybe some fast tanks take the middle at F5-6 and start putting shots into our side, but that comes at great risk because then they're exposed. So I don't think they're going to do that, plus it's a pub match, so not going to happen. So here's us driving majestically in our tortoises? Tortoise? I have no clue. Tortoises. Just me and Jeremy driving. And the reason why I like to push 9 line in this thing is because, you know, even if the enemy echelons properly, you can kind of create a natural funnel, because it's going to be, you know, it's going to be mainly lead tank on lead tank. Lead tank versus lead tank, and your guys behind you focusing fire, you know, the lead tank that I'm firing at, and his guys focus firing, you know, our lead tank, which is going to be me. So those are just 2 free shots at the beginning of the battle. They were there. Again, no arty, so I can get away with this. And just after that, just keep on trucking. It was just to persuade them to go back. Because the IS-6 and T-44 are going over there, I can safely move over here because I know that they're going to be distracted by, you know, our tier 8s. So like I was saying, it's a natural funnel down the 9 line. I think I can confidently lead a charge. And I'm confident that Jeremy can lead a charge. And, you know, be able to dish more damage out than he's going to take, or me dish out more damage than I'm going to take. So when you get in this natural funnel position, I'm going to outplay their lead tank, or Jeremy's going to outplay their lead tank, and then we can focus fire the shit out of things. And that's what this replay shows, is just superior focus fire. Look at, I'm not even stopping on this drive. I get penned there by the ISA. Huey shoots my tank somewhere. Thanks, Huey. And look at this. I get caught up on the mountainside, and that's kind of dumb. But we can focus fire the living crap out of their team. They're already down a tier 9. Now they're down a second tier 9. I get stuck on the IS-8. Jeremy takes point because he has the health and I do not, in comparison. Huey should be on reload behind us. He's a great support tank for this because we can soak up the damage and he can just punch it out. And we're just going to keep driving. This is the power of the Tortoise. Jeremy gets a random BS bounce there, and we just keep going. This is a little further of a target, so we kind of aim in and take a shot at it. He hits my weak spot, the cupola. I just hit him because French. They are now down 2 tier 9s and 2 tier 8s because of our flank alone. Huey went back to the middle to suppress, and now it's a tiger. And we just keep on pushing. Multiple targets. Let's just get one out. Tiger is gone. I mean, look at that health gone. Push the next one. Tracked the T-29 there. 1390's coming. He's actually kind of scary. Well, compared to a T-29. And he's dead. Again, this is just great focus fire. That's another dead tank. This is literally the Tortoise steamroll. And a fantastic game on my part. Or for me. I believe me, Huey, and Jeremy combined for like 13,000 damage or more. I think on that shot, if I was in sniper mode, it would actually aim lower than it would if I was not in sniper mode. So I'm sitting at 5,200 damage, 4 kills, and they're down to 4 tanks. Not worried about the 30 because he's too low to hit me, so now it's just, you know, get free damage. That's the rear of the AT-7. And he's not going anywhere fast, so... And I moved because I thought I would have honestly killed him. So this guess shot wasn't much of a guess shot. He wasn't going anywhere. 5 kills, 6,000 damage. Again, this isn't as high damaging as the other two, but this was more fun because this is how I play the Tortoise. To summarize, this is how I play the Tortoise. I get in your face, you know, and I'm going to put shots on you. And there I do with the guess shot. 6 kills. It was 6,400 damage at the end of this. Another Top Gun. And I believe I damaged 13 of the 15 enemy tanks. The only ones I didn't damage were... which ones did I not damage? The T-30 and the Panther II, I believe. So, that's that. So, basic summary of this tank. It's got really no armor. You're relying on its health to do its work, and people not knowing where to shoot, because I think its weak points are 100% easy to shoot at if you know where they are. You know, the cupolas and, you know, those things on the side of the gun, on the far side of the gun, kind of has like, kind of looks like a front shoulder of the tank. It has too many weak points. I feel like if I was fighting one, I could pen it every time. But pubs don't know that, so you're relying on, you know, pubs not knowing that, your HP pool, your DPM, the rate of fire of this thing is godly, damage output is fantastic, and just be a bully. I mean, I'm sure other people will snipe in this thing, I don't know, whatever your preference is, but I'm telling you, if you have this tank, be a bully in it, and you'll profit. This is probably one of the funnest tanks I've ever played. So, hopefully this was, informational for you guys. I'm not the best person when it comes to numbers. Just explaining. So, anyway, off to record other videos. So, hope you guys enjoyed this, and hope you guys can share the video, have other people subscribe. I'll put download for the mod pack below. And I'll put the link to Watt Replays, and I'll put the link to Facebook below. So